Great to be here tonight. I'm Carla Lemon, founder of Little Peanut on the Go. How many parents do we have here tonight? Do you remember what it was like to travel before you had kids? My husband and I used to travel a lot, and it was easy. We packed a bag, we went somewhere, and we had a great time. Then we had a baby, and suddenly travel was difficult. The baby had all this stuff that had to be packed and brought along. I was making a list every time we went somewhere, whether it was a trip or just an afternoon at a friend's house. If we wanted to travel by ourselves, we left our son with my parents. I had to make a packing list. I had to make a list of instructions on how to take care of him. I had to make a list of emergency contact information and a list of medical information as well. And I had to redo that every time I had a sitter. So my life had become this pile of lists. I know. And I don't know what's wrong. Everything appears to be connected. There we go. So anyway, my life was this pile of lists, and eventually I started using a smartphone, and I looked for an app that could help me with this, but I couldn't find one. So that's how the idea for Little Peanut on the Go was born. Little Peanut on the Go is a personal assistant for parents to keep them organized and connected when they or their children are away from home. When a parent first uses the app, they set up their family, so they can set up the parents along with contact information and addresses, and then the children in the family. So I'll go ahead and add another child to the family. I'll select an avatar and a color to represent the child, and then I'll enter his information. Jack is just a few months old, and then I can enter his medical information as well if I'd like. Then I have my emergency information, so all of the doctors, dentists, medical facilities, all the names and addresses and so forth. All of that information is here in the app, ready to be shared with any caregiver at any time, so sitter, nanny, or grandparent. And those caregivers are entered in the app as well. Can I get some help here, please? I can hold it up, but I don't think that'll help.
Is it connected?
It should be.
Okay, we got it.
All right. Okay, so anyway, there's all of the emergency contact information is there and the caregivers. So then I can create the care schedule for the children. This is their common day. So their meal times, their nap times, their bedtimes, everything that occurs on a daily basis. Ella's schedule is already in there, so I'll just add a quick item for Jack. He starts his day off at 6 a.m. with a bottle, and that's a recurring event for him. And I'll save that into the schedule. So this is my kids' common day. So as a parent, I'm set. I've got the care schedule for my kids. I've got all of the emergency contact information. And now I can share this with any caregiver at any time. My next step is to create a plan. A plan is any occasion when the parents or the children are away from home. I like to think of it as any time you need a suitcase or a sitter. So I'll go ahead and add a new plan. I'm very lucky because I get to go on, maybe, a getaway without my kids. And this is going to happen in September. And both kids are involved in the plan. They're both going to Grandma and Grandpa's during this time. So now I can do several things inside the plan. First off, I can make a packing list. So I'll go ahead and add a few items. And I can assign each item to the right kids. As you can see, there's also a nice library of items already in here for me to pick from. If I can't find an item, I can always add one. And I can add notes and reminders so that I can make sure I remember that very important pacifier before I leave. Everything is categorized for me, so it gives me great organization, and then once I start packing, I just start checking off items. I can also sort the list by child if I want to, and pack by child. So a very great and easy packing mechanism for parents. Then I have a to-do list. So these are the things I need to do before I leave on my trip. I need to get a taxi. I can add reminders and notes again, and then check the item off when I'm done. Then I've got the care schedule. So that common day that I created has already populated every day of the plan. So the vast majority of my work is done. All I need to do is add the special events. So for example, Ella has swimming lessons on this particular day. And that's at 10 a.m. and it's at the school. I can assign her to that event and save it into the schedule. And now I'm set. I'm ready to go on my trip. My care schedule is done for the kids. My to-dos are done. The kids are all packed up and ready to go. And now I need to get the information to Grandma and Grandpa. So I will share the plan and choose Grandma and Grandpa as the caregiver. And now they're being notified that they have a plan from me. And when they open that plan in their app, they'll have all of that family information, all of the emergency contact information. They'll have the care schedule so they know how to take care of the children. They'll also have a copy of the packing list so they can pack everything back up and send it back home when it's time to come back. The other thing they can do is communicate with me. So they can send me updates and pictures. There we go, they went somewhere. And the baby's really tired. So they had a great time. But no matter where I am, what time zone I'm in, maybe I can't get on the phone, I can't get on FaceTime or even text at the right time, I always have a connection to my kids while I'm gone. So Little Peanut on the Go is very handy for parents in a lot of different situations. It can be used for just a few hours with a babysitter, a family vacation, communication with a nanny, any situation. It gives parents the knowledge that their caregivers have the right information at their fingertips. Parents can prepare for any event. They can share care schedules with caregivers at any time, and they can connect with their kids while they're gone. Plus, parents can get rid of all those notes and lists that are sitting on the kitchen counter. Tonight, our son came home with our daycare provider. So she's never been to our house. She's never babysat him. I didn't have to write down a thing. I added her email address to the app. I shared a plan with her, and she knows exactly how to take care of him and what to do. That's the value of Little Peanut on the Go. Thanks. So I just want to say, it's available for both Android and iOS, and tell every parent you know about it. Thank you very much.